Hi guys, so it's April again, and I thought I'd bring back story times. The main reason because I really used to enjoy doing the story times, and people seem to enjoy them as well. So I thought I'd bring them back. So I want to start doing the story times again on quite a regular basis. So, and I'm going to do one tonight. Also, it's my birthday today, so wish me a happy birthday. Okay, so today's story time / tonight, because it's quite dark outside. Tonight's story time is going to be about it's something that actually happened quite recent. It was last Saturday, so that was Saturday 4th of February 2017, and I was quite astonished by it, really, considering it's 2017 now, but for some reason people are still living in the time zone of like 50 years ago. Does that make sense? Time zone? No. Ignore me, I'm tired, okay? So anyway, me and Belinda are unable to be together on our birthdays and our birthday is quite close together. The reason is she's got work and I've got lectures. So the plan was we were going to spend last weekend together and this weekend together. So it's like a weekend each. And she plans this following weekend and I planned last weekend. Do you get what I mean? So anyway, she slept over at my house last weekend and I planned on Saturday, me and her would go to McDonald's for our lunch, which we did. Because I just thought it's cheap and it's just nice to be together and eat together. Food is nice, and also it's better than eating at home because you've not got lots of washing up to do. So we got to McDonald's and went to sit upstairs like we normally do, because normally it's quite peaceful, although on that day it was very crowded, weirdly. It's quite weird because normally no one can be bothered to walk up and down the stairs. Normally there's only like 2 other people in there, but this time it was crowded, jam-packed. So me and Belinda put our stuff down on the 2 seats that were left, went and ordered and got our food and brought it back. We enjoyed our dinner very much, but while we were eating it, like diagonal from us, I noticed this like young girl watching us and kind of staring at us. She was like 10. I didn't really think much of it, to be honest. I just thought, well, I don't know what I thought, to be honest. So anyway, I tried to ignore that because who cares? To be honest, she's not causing me any harm, so she can stare as much as she likes. So that happened, and then once me and Belinda had finished our dinner, I went up to Belinda to give her a hug, because me and Belinda love giving each other hugs. I didn't kiss her or anything, I just hugged her, because I understand some people just don't like being in the same room as people who are gay kissing, and some people just don't like being in the room when couples are kissing at all. Okay, I understand that. So I thought, hug. And Belinda's like, yeah, hug. I don't see what's wrong with hugs. People hug their children in public. People hug their parents in public. People hug aunties and uncles in public. People hug their friends, their pets, their animals, other people's pets. You'll go up to a dog on the street and be like, can I give your dog a hug? Or is that just me? It's probably just me. So I don't see what's wrong with giving Belinda a hug in public. Okay, just a normal hug. So I gave her a hug. And then at the corner of my eye, I saw the girl was watching us again and like glaring. So I kind of just went and sat straight back down. Because I just thought, right, she doesn't like watching that, and that's fine, it's a public place. So that happened, and she was also with 2 other girls who were slightly older, maybe 14, and a younger boy who was probably 9, I'd say. And me and Belinda continued talking, and all of a sudden I see a chip fly across my table. I go, that's a bit weird. I look over at that group of people, with the little girl who was staring at me. And they just laugh and they just go, have you seen a chip anywhere? have I seen a fucking chip? Okay, so I just go, did you throw that at me? And the 14-year-old woman goes, no, he did it, pointing at the bloody 9-year-old boy. Whatever, boys do that, you know. And they were sat right next to each other. I was pretty sure she did it. But oh well. Doesn't matter. So then I continue talking to Belinda, but I kind of like, I'm a bit wary about them. And Belinda has her back to them. So, and I'm kind of like facing towards them because of the way the seating was. So I could see everything they were doing out of the corner of my eye. I was like, I'll just keep a bit of an eye on them. And then like, within like a minute after they'd thrown that first chip, they threw a few more, and it was definitely that 14-year-old girl. And once again, she pinned it on the boy. And I was like, no, it was definitely you. And then the 10-year-old goes, let's be honest, it wasn't her. Let's be really defining, not let's be honest. Let's be honest, like lesbian. Let's be honest. And I was like, okay, cool play on words, mate, but stop throwing the fucking chips, okay? So then they kind of like, the little 9-year-old started calling me a nonce. What the hell is a nonce? I'm going to look it up actually. What is a nonce? Well, according to the Urban Dictionary, this might be wrong, but nonce, a person convicted or simply guilty of sexual crimes, especially paedophilia. Second meaning, what you call your mate just before you're jealous of him. The third meaning is a common British insult, generally equivalent to wanker and twat. And then another one is a person who molested children. I think I'd prefer to be called a wanker, to be honest. Let's be honest. So they kept choosing all these words, like he kept calling me a nonce, a paedophile, and she kept going, let's be honest, and calling me a lesbian, which I don't mind because I have a girlfriend, you know, I can't argue against that. But they kept doing it over and over again, and the other girl kept throwing chips over and over again, and the other girl just kept sitting there laughing her head off because it's so funny. And I didn't really retaliate because I tried to keep my cool for once in my life. And then I just turned around and went, stop being fucking twats. And then they continued to laugh again. So whatever. So I just kept talking to Belinda, trying to blank them out. And they kept going on and going on and going on. And Belinda's like, you know, we should really tell the manager. And I was like, yeah, but what are they going to do? And she was like, ban them? I was like, it's a busy place, it's a busy business, it'd be hard to bar them, wouldn't it? Really, let's be honest. So we kind of just left it. And then eventually the 14-year-olds and the 10-year-old stood up and went, and just stood up, and so did the boy, and the 14-year-old went, right, I think it's about time we all go for a fag now. In case you guys didn't know, yeah, fag is a word for gay, but if you go in for a fag, it means you're going for a cigarette. I really hope it's not the 10-year-old and 9-year-old that's smoking. The entire block's gone really quiet. I feel quite embarrassed talking. So anyway, I was quite annoyed, and I just gave them glares as they walked out, and the 9-year-old was still calling me a nonce, and the other one, the 10-year-old girl, was still calling me a lesbian, and they were all still laughing at us, which I just don't understand. I feel like I should have insulted them more. So then, about a minute after, me and Belinda decided to wait a couple of minutes before we left, so we didn't like bump into them again, just to avoid any chaos, because I was so close to punching them in the face. I don't care how old they are. So we sat and waited a while, and we see the staff, one of the staff members, cleaning up the chips, and I felt so bad for her. And then the manager suddenly appeared out of nowhere, and we could hear they were talking about the people who were sat on that table. So we went over. Me and Belinda just was like, right, well, since they're already aware of these people, let's go over. So we went over and explained to them the same people on them tables was being very homophobic and calling us all these kind of names just because we gave each other a hug, and we're finding it quite offensive because we are together. And, you know, we used to struggle very much with our confidence together, and now recently we're okay. We've just recently started to be okay with like being quite close when we're in public, and now we've been knocked back again by these bunch of idiots, these kids. And the manager was like, yeah, right, okay, we'll go look on CCTV and identify them. We have very good CCTV, which I was quite surprised about, because normally you can't even tell who's who on security cameras, but whatever, you know, CCTV. So he was like, yeah, we'll have a look, and we'll bar them. They won't be coming in ever again. So that's good. And then me and Belinda sat back down and continued drinking our drinks, because we hadn't finished our drinks yet. And like by the time we'd finished, the entire upstairs was like empty, because of course some people left once they'd finished the dinner, and then like there was some big group of people sat behind us who were eating KFC in McDonald's. They got kicked out quickly by the manager. And then Belinda was like on the hype, because she was like, oh yes, I'm really happy and excited now that we've got these people banned and these other idiots are banned that was nothing to do with us. Yes, so we noticed some other people throwing chips at each other, although it was not affecting us at all. So we went and told the manager about that as well, and they got kicked out. Oh, life. Don't you just love the banter? Let's be honest. They shouldn't be throwing chips about unless they're willing to clean it up, because the people are always like, oh, it's the cleaner's job. No, it's the cleaner's job to clean up the natural dirt, like mud from your shoes or dust. Do you get what I mean? But places like KFC and McDonald's, I don't know about around the world, but around here, it's self catering, if that makes sense. Like, fair enough, they make food for you, but then once you've eaten, you're to put your tray away and throw all your cardboard boxes and leftover food away in the bin yourself. It's not other staff members' jobs to be doing that, and it's especially not their jobs to be picking up your chips off the floor and off the table. And I've never worked at McDonald's yet. I think I just like ranting. Let's be honest. So yeah, this was only last Saturday, and I'm still quite annoyed about it, because it's like, I thought people were over the homophobia now. I thought, I'm done. So thank you very much for watching this story time, guys. If you liked it, please like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Comment below to let me know what you thought to the video, if you want me to do more story times, what kind of story times you'd like me to do, because I can think of pretty much any occasion, because a lot goes on in my life. And I just attract negativity, I think. I'm just a magnet to it. Also, don't forget to follow me on social media like Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. The links are down below in the description to them. You'll also find some helpful videos there on some helpful videos from my channel. Subscribe there somewhere. There'll be a little thing somewhere that I upload 4 times a week, so do not forget to keep checking back out the channel. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Bye.